I never really understood the big deal when it came to weddings. But since moving back home to Nigeria 6 years ago and getting married, I soon found out how big a deal it really is. But what happens once the party's over and it's just the two of you? I started to think about this. As much as I've heard about the romance of it all, I've also heard about the stress, the fallouts, fights, and everything in between. Divorced after 6 months, happy being a mistress, the 7-year itch, 8 years dating but no ring in sight. The topics were endless. So I wanted to see what regular people had to say on these topics. I've spoken to single people, married people, and counselors. Maybe if we're all open about our experiences, someone out there may be able to take something good out of this. And I might learn a thing or two myself. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of So You Want to Get Married. So You Want to Get Married is table talk where we talk about anything and everything to do with dating, love, marriage, relationships, sex, you name it, we talk about it. Today I'm joined by 3 fantastic guests. First up, we have got the CEO of Shoreline Oil Services, Tenny. Tenny, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
We are also joined by presenter Nike. Nike, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Great to have you on the show again.
Thank you.
And last but definitely not least, we are joined by actor and creative Patrick. Patrick, how are you doing?
I'm fantastic.
Great to have you all here. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Now, today's topic is called Buy the Cow or Milk It Now. And in case you guys are like, what on earth is she talking about? We're talking about premarital sex. Get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Okay, so I've got a couple of facts I'm going to read out to you guys and I want to see what you think. So first up, it says, according to statistics website statista.com, 13% of Nigerians believe sex before marriage is not a moral issue. 3% think sex before marriage is acceptable. And 77% believe sex before marriage is unacceptable.
They're lying.
Do you I didn't even finish. Do you guys agree? Okay, Teddy, you said that's a lie. That they think it's unacceptable. Really?
I don't think it's unacceptable. I think it's very acceptable. I mean, it's 2017, but not in the Middle Ages anymore.
So you don't think that 77%, you think that that people are lying? Like 77% is not that much?
All lying. Every single one of them.
I don't think so, because I mean, this is Nigeria we're talking about, you know, a country of, you know, we have a lot of cultural issues, a lot of moral issues, faith issues, so I do believe it.
Sorry, so I'm not wrong. 77%
of Nigerians
believe
that sex before marriage is unacceptable. It doesn't mean that they haven't done it.
Wait,
let's
what do you
be
mean?
clear.
So you shouldn't have sex before marriage?
Yeah,
basically.
that's what. So if you ask them, do you think that? They'll say no.
They're lying.
Okay. So Patrick, what do you think?
See, unacceptable is a very
It's
tricky.
a dicey word.
Very tricky. Because like, it's unacceptable to slap somebody.
Okay, they think it's wrong. Let's put it that way.
Okay, fine. But no, you can think you can think something is wrong, but still do it.
They're lying.
Like like smoking. Smoking, you can think smoking is wrong, but still do it. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But they're still lying.
Okay, so do you think it's a case of do as I say and not as I do? So
yes, all the time.
People like to do things behind closed doors, but they
Absolutely.
not practice what they don't practice what
they preach. That's Nigeria for you. That's Nigeria. That's the entire.
not necessarily.
That's why your past. I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I don't want
go.
to. I don't want to cross any lines.
Let's not
I don't want to cross any
It's your
religious
opinion.
lines.
Speak freely.
But that's how you go to a church and the pastor tell you this, that, what should you do, this, that, the other. But the girl in the front row is winking at him. He's driving. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
What you
it's-
said the
Point precisely.
Okay, so what's your
when
point?
I said not necessarily. So you know something is wrong doesn't mean you're not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Okay. So the fact that I personally believe that sex before marriage is wrong doesn't mean, you know, I wouldn't have done it or I might still not do it. Do you understand?
When the mood is right.
So wow. yeah, you can ask me
So do you actually believe that having sex before marriage is wrong?
Yes, as a matter of faith.
Yeah.
That's that's my personal.
You see, you can't have any caveats.
No, why not? But why not? Why not?
Why not?
Why?
See,
I mean, there's a reason for everything.
Yeah.
So why can't she?
Well, okay.
Who says she can't?
Okay, here's the
Patrick
thing.
says she can't?
No. Who am I? I'm just a pencil. No. Okay. So, again, if you're a Christian, and you want to be a Christian, and you believe in your Christianity that premarital sex is a sin, wrong, don't do it.
Simple.
If you now say, oh, I'm a Christian.
No, it doesn't work like that.
No, wait, sorry, let me finish this point. So if you say
if you genuinely say you're a Christian and you genuinely believe that premarital sex is wrong, don't do it. However, if you say you're a Christian and you engage in premarital sex, you have no moral standing to say nobody else should engage in premarital sex because you are faulting the law that you are standing on. That's this.
See, that contradicts everything. Okay, what you're saying is wrong because that's not the basis of Christianity. Now, being a Christian doesn't mean I have to be perfect in my walk with God. Or do you understand?
Or you don't. I mean, let's not even start getting into because that's a whole.
Yeah, that's a whole.
We're getting into a religious matter.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope.
But I'm just saying.
But nobody is perfect.
No, exactly.
I can steal as I'll be like, oh my God, it's a sin to steal. I'm Christian, but God, I'm not perfect, so I'm gonna.
Okay. Let's just forget about
slippery slope.
Let's move on from
let me
religion,
try
that's another
elaborate
topic,
on what he
was
said
trying to say. Okay.
Without going to that side. But basically, yeah, like that's my main thing, which is why I was saying they're all lying because 77% of those guys or women or whatever was asleep with somebody last night or the night before or about to do it. But Nigerians have this whole thing. I don't even think it's Nigerians, like the whole. Every religion, I'm Muslim. I'm not Muslim like that, but like everybody tries to hold or hide behind this book because, look, we're human beings. We're young. We all remember when we were teenagers and early 20s and whatnot. We all know you get what I'm saying? Like, you can't then now say, I'm grown, I'm married, I'm not going to tell everybody else, don't do that. Like, because...
So do you think it's because of like society pressures that people say that because they don't want to be seen a certain way? And do you also think it's a case of like, only if you have not had sex till you got married that you can say that? You can say...
I completely disagree.
I think only the people that genuinely lived it from year zero to they got a ring on their finger, then consummated after marriage can say yes.
That. Okay, Nika, you don't agree. Why is that then?
If you've had multiple sexual partners before you got married and then someone brings a camera to you and says, oh, do you think you should have sex before marriage? And you're like, no, it's wrong.
Okay, what if you've had sex before marriage and then you suddenly stop and become celibate and you've now decided it's wrong and then you don't have sex for like 8 years and then you get married?
Then do that. Then But the point I'm trying to make is there aren't many like that. Especially in the day and age we live in. Well, I mean, unless someone brings me irrefutable facts.
But how do you test? Hey, have you had sex before?
No. I mean, you can't. That's the whole point. That's the whole.
I think it's unfair, really, to say to someone that has had premarital sex at one point or another in their life that. Don't talk to me. Just because.
No, we're not saying that.
But Nika, they agreed that let's say you've now finally made a decision that you think it's wrong and you stop.
Exactly. Even if you made, if take for example, even if I make the decision today that whatever I want to be celibate, it's wrong to have sex before marriage or whatnot, and then 5 months down the line I happen to have sex and I'm not married. And the next day, it's okay for me to still be able. Wait, because no, it's not double standards because it depends on how I come to you. If I come to you as Miss Perfect, like, I've never done it before, it's wrong, oh my gosh, you're going to hell, whatever, then that's something completely different. But if I come to you telling you, see, you can know something is wrong and still do it, but that doesn't make you, make you not to be in a good position to tell someone not to do the same thing. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get the point you're trying to make, but if you can use that example for talking about drugs.
Yeah, I mean...
You know what I'm saying? It's sex. Like, me personally, I don't equate sex to be something that's, I don't know, like taboo or before, whereas if you're talking about someone who's like a cocaine addict or something, and like it was talking to the people about, oh yeah, don't do drugs, then went on drugs, came off it, then like, I don't know, had like a relapse or something, then fair enough. But it's sex.
It's sex, but you're making it. They're making it. I feel like I have to speak for the women because because I'm the only lady over here. And no, wait.
And it's also it's not a man versus woman.
No, I understand, but this is what I'm saying. Right? So they're saying it's not a big deal. Have sex.
No, that's not what we are saying.
No,
what we are saying is if you are saying don't have sex before marriage. You should be an example. Practice what you preach before you can. It's just like me coming up to you. Let's give you a practical example.
I can practice what I preach, but it's okay if I fall short.
That's not
that's what I am saying.
Nobody's saying you can't fall short.
At the point that you're making that admonition, your life must be an example. It's just practical. If I came up to you with a big blunt in my mouth and said, "Oh my God, Adenike, don't smoke weed," Trump hands. No, and I blame the smoke in your face. You can't take me seriously.
What you said earlier, which is practice what I preach and know what I do.
Well, do what I say and know what I do. Okay, let's just you guys are hilarious. Let's just move on slightly. So what would you say are the pros and cons, if there are any, of having sex before marriage? So let me ask the guys first. So let's ask Patrick first. What would you say are the pros?
The guy's like, come on, son, let's go.
What would you say are some of the pros
of sex before marriage?
Yes, because I'm guessing that you believe that they're pros. Just be honest.
So pros is that you, in quotes,
you can test drive.
Well, yeah, you could practice before you actually marry. 2, you can have sex without any commitment. You can explore different things with different people or with one person, depending on what
depends
on
how you're feeling. Really?
Yeah. That's how we roll.
Okay, Tenny, what about you? What are the pros?
Cons, sorry.
There are
cons. First con is the obvious one.
What is the obvious one?
Unwanted pregnancy.
Oh, I thought you were going to say STDs.
No. STDs is like hit and miss.
Is it?
Sometimes some people get lucky. Some people get lucky.
Wait, okay. Continue, please. I'm scared.
So, first con, unwanted pregnancy. Second, STDs. Numerous. There's a plethora of STDs. Seriously, it's like the new ones being invented every day.
I don't even know where to look.
So third one is So basically, when you have sex with someone, there's a hormone called oxytocin. It's a bonding hormone. Same thing that happens between mother and child. So you're having sex with someone. That every time you do it, that hormone is being released, and you're bonding with that person. Now, if you're someone that has multiple sex partners, you're bonding with different people. So when you finally decide to settle down, because that hormone has been secreted so many times with different people, it's hard for you to bond with that one person, because it's like your mind, your body, your hormones is like, okay, I perceive this other person's, pheromones and all that. So it's difficult for you to attach to one person. There's so many cons. Okay, so
so
then there is a spiritual one.
Quite a lot. Is there anything you guys want to add?
Yeah. Basically, I mean, just to add 1 or 2 points. Pros, as I said, it's like test driving. It's not. I mean, let me not sound crude or whatnot, but you don't want to go and marry somebody, and then they don't. Okay, for instance, now the worst thing I would ever wish on anybody is for your wife to have 0 sex drive and you have a massive sex drive. You now get married,
and then that's where you find
then
out.
What? Do you get what I'm saying? Like that's the worst thing, because if we're gonna, what's the word I'm looking for? The sanctity of marriage. Like we're not supposed to divorce. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's my main thing. Like as much as everybody tries to pretend that sex isn't a big thing, once you start having sex with your partner, it becomes a big thing. It's part of your relationship. So if you don't know what your partner is like sexually, you don't get married. Or then what happens if you find out that your partner can't have kids?
Well, let me jump in right there.
No, wait. Like, would you, now, the point I'm trying to make is, I mean, obviously, pre-marriage, like, it's a 50-50 pro-con, because it's not really a pro and a con per se, but because you never know unless you have, like, a scare or whatnot.
Something, okay.
But my main pro is that this, what do you call it, sex drive, because you can never know, like, until you have sex. Like, the person might not like it. Like some people do not like to have sex. That's a fact.
So talking about pros, right? It could be not necessarily even understanding each other's sex drive or whatnot. I think a pro could be understanding your own personal sexuality as a being, right?
Knowing what makes you tick.
Yeah, exactly. But I was going to interrupt you the other time and say that you don't necessarily have to test drive. You can always talk about it. You can have Yeah. You can have. Wait, hold up.
Hey, baby.
Hold up.
What's your sex drive like?
No. You can have conversations.
You guys.
You can have conversations. That was going to be my con. Like, I don't have to test the drive.
Without trying to sound crude or anything, right? There's a difference between having sex with yourself and with another human being. Trust me.
AKA masturbation.
Trust me. It's a different beast. So you're having sex with another, like, as I said, oxytocin's been released. There's all kind of different.
Yeah, I understand that.
So
but I'm just saying, hey, I'm just saying.
And then you yourself could be the one that actually doesn't have a sex drive. So you then realize that yourself, and then you have a wife who enjoys having sex with you. She's been waiting all these years, and it's now like an anticlimax.
Okay, you know what? We could talk about this for hours. Yeah. So we could talk about this for hours, but unfortunately we've run out of time. It's time to go to the question of the day. But really, really valid points. You know, it's interesting to see that, you know, you all thought that there were pros and cons. It wasn't just, you know, free for all and all that good stuff. But yeah, really, really interesting, and can't wait to see what this episode looks like. Anyway, okay, so you guys can join the conversation. All you have to do is send us messages to our social media handles. It's now time for question of the day, and the question of the day is usually unrelated to what we're talking about. It's something that one of our viewers has actually written in, and it's a little bit long today, so just listen up and just give your advice freely, okay? So, my husband was deported from the UK to Nigeria 6 years ago. He He requested that the whole family relocate as well. However,
that's not fair.
Okay, there's a lot. Okay, she's about to tell you the whole story. Okay. However, I decided it's best the rest of us stay in the UK as our young children were already settled in their educational institutions. I had also secured my dream job, which is now currently helping to pay for the mortgage of our new 5-bedroom house in Kensington.
Wow.
Yeah, that job must be good. At first, my husband and I were dealing with our long distance relationship very well, but now it's starting to tear our family apart. Although I visit my husband regularly, at least 3 to 4 times a year, do Skype calls, have phone sex, etc., it's not the same as actually living in the same country and raising a family together. Yeah. He confessed that he's been unfaithful a few times and stated that I should understand because it's hard in Nigeria, and that as his wife, I should be with him. Ironically, I've also cheated on my husband with a colleague because of loneliness and the frustration of being in a long distance marriage. I think if something isn't done to resolve the situation, we might end up splitting up very soon. How can I save my marriage? I need some advice, please.
You can't.
No, dude, that's not.
Goodness.
I'm gonna be honest. Look, let me be honest. Let me be honest. Let me be perfectly honest.
Okay, Teddy, go ahead.
2 people have cheated already. The guy can never come back to the UK, in the next decade or so.
No, he could. It depends on
how he was deported. Did they really let you back in like that?
No, you're not coming back. 10 years.
You're 10 years.
You're not coming back.
Yeah,
that's a long time.
If they catch you, unless you go and do one. He changes his name, gets a new part, all that. Then,
oh
you know what I'm saying? Like, he's not going back, like, for at least a decade. Like, by the time you see your kids, they'll be teenagers, all these kind of things. So wow. The reason why I'm saying that is, like, 2 people have already cheated. And when they say one, and they said, let's just, add a few, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and then you have a house, you're set up already in England. I mean, like, it's 2 different worlds. Yeah. So my main thing is, I mean, I don't want to sound like defeatist and like antichristist and saying your relationship will never work out or whatnot, but man and wife need to live in the same country. If you're not boyfriend and girlfriend, do you know what I'm saying? Hey, your boyfriend and girlfriend, you can do long distance because at the end of the day, your husband, your boyfriend or girlfriend is in school, is going to finish, they're going to come back. This is, I live here. You live here, you can't get here. So either she's going to move to Nigeria, or she's not, and she's not. So
if she can't move to Nigeria, can she move to the US? Can he move?
She's got her dream job, which it looks like she's trying not to leave that.
Once
dream job.
They've caught you and they've deported you in any Western nation, you're not entering anywhere else.
Oh, you're saying, can he move to the US?
Yeah,
and
can they move to the US? I mean, that's...
You have a point.
Well,
here's the thing, right? I would always always advocate that family first, no matter what. Yeah, family first, because it's not just about two of them, it's about the kids also. You need to have a balanced family for the kids, because you don't want repeating the same cycle of, okay, so what, the parents cheated and then the kids now see that, and then, so whatever works for the kids and for the family unit to stay together, they should try it. I mean, if he has to come and look for opportunities here, fine. If he has to serve his sentence and try and get away back
after the 10 years,
after he tried, because I've like there's a family friend who was in a similar situation, and I've seen what he's done to his family. This is not about human effort anymore.
Yeah,
it's beyond.
They've tried the human effort. It's not
working.
It's a tough one. But you guys, thank you so much. We've like gone way over time, but it's been great, and hopefully you guys will come back sometime soon. Thank you so much. All right, guys, that's it for another episode of So You Want to Get Married, and we will see you next time. Take care. Bye.